Good afternoon, everyone. Come on in. We are going to give just a minute for our live viewers to pop in and join us. But while we're waiting, I'd like to thank our replay viewers for being here and checking it out. And don't forget that if you are joining us on YouTube and you'd like to be a part of our live interaction, and you are, in fact, a Premier Designs jeweler, please feel free to join our Facebook group, Buffy's Toolbox, and from there you'll be able to join the live broadcast and be able to interact and all that kind of good stuff. So today I want to talk a little bit about some things that are going to require us to really get real. Okay, so that is what we're going to be talking about today. So we have this tendency of, and if anyone can relate to this, just put a me in the comment stream. We have this tendency of kind of allowing ourselves off the hook, but yet we tend to expect a certain level of standards from other people. Okay. Hello, Sarah. Yay. I'm glad you could be here. All right. So if you can relate to that at all, and chances are, if you're not putting me in the comment stream, it's because you're not being real. Okay, because we all do it. We all do it. And yes, there are some of us who maybe it's just an occasional thing, but at the same time, we all do it where we offer ourselves a lot of mercy and grace, but we don't necessarily want to offer that same mercy and grace to other people. So, sorry, my hubby's texted me. So one of the things that, as an example, I would like to kind of bring to attention, and something that perhaps you yourself have noticed. So this time we're going to say put a 1 in the box if you find yourself doing this. Okay, so how many of you, by show of 1 in the comment stream, are late to almost everything you ever go to? Hello, Terry. Now, when I'm talking about things you go to, I'm talking about like you're supposed to be catching up with friends, or you're trying to get to the post office by a certain time, or you are supposed to be to the grocery store by a certain time, or maybe whatever. Okay, maybe you ran a contest and you were supposed to announce a winner at a certain time. Okay, but I really want you to think about kind of all the different areas of your life where maybe you find yourself constantly fighting the clock. Okay, where you feel like, man, no matter what I try to do. Okay, so prime example, me here today. I should have been on at 12:30, but my optimistic point of view thought I had plenty of time to get ready. And then I realized that I in fact only had till I got done talking to my hubby through text and things like that, and was getting ready to hop in the shower. I looked at the clock and I'm like, are you serious? I literally have like 40 minutes. So I had to like hurry to try and then even after I got out of the shower, there was more text and things like that. But again, a lot of that stems from the fact that I am optimistic and I seem to think that I have more time to get ready than I in fact actually do. Now, here's the funny part about this. And if you related to the first part of this, and you can relate to the second part, put a 2 in the box. So the second part is, I am never late to a jewelry show. There's only one time that I've ever been late to a jewelry show, and it was because the hostess forgot to tell me her new address after she moved. And even then, I wasn't late per se. I was 15 minutes later than I told her I would be to be there, but I wasn't late in terms of getting the party started. Okay, so this is what I find funny though. Okay, so there are times where I feel like I'm consistently late getting on here, but yet I'm never late going and doing a jewelry show. I'm never late showing up to a training. Y'all, I am always probably at least 30 minutes early to every training I ever go to, unless, of course, again, it is like a 3-hour drive and we get stuck in traffic. Then I might be like squeaking in there right as things are getting started. But that is such a rare occasion. So it just made me kind of start to think about why that might be the case. Like, why am I never late to some things? Like, y'all, I'm never late to church. Okay? Never late to church. Again, why is it that I'm never late to church, never late to jewelry shows, but yet yet for some reason I feel like I'm always running behind coming here, or always running behind getting to the post office or things like that. And do you want to know what I personally feel is the deciding factor there? One is I will try to be there by a certain time. The other is I will be there at a certain time. Okay, are y'all following me? So I try to be here on time by 12:30 Monday through Friday. But I will be on time to that jewelry show that I have scheduled. Okay? So it also got me thinking about the word try. And I want you ladies to really think about this, and again, get real with yourself. Okay? Nobody knows what's happening in your head except you when I say this. But I want you to really think about this. Allow this to seep into your mind and see if perhaps it might change your way of thinking. Okay? When we say, I'll try, basically what this is you are giving yourself permission to not follow through based on your circumstances. Would you agree? Okay, so when we say, I'll try, we are giving ourselves permission to not follow through based on our circumstances. Right? So it would really take an act of God to prevent me from showing up at a jewelry show on time. I'm going to do that. Okay? However, if I am able to be on time for a jewelry show, I should be able to be on time for everything. So the only difference between I'll try and I will is your level of commitment. I mean, quite honestly, that's what it boils down to. Because I will says I will do this regardless of circumstances. I'll try says I will try to do this in light of my circumstances. Okay? There's a huge difference there. Now I want you to ask yourself, how many times in your business have you said, I'll try? How many times in your business when somebody has said, girl, I'd love for you to be on this designer trip, have you said, I'll try? How many times when someone has said, I would love to, have you do this or have you do that, have you said, I'll try? I mean, I'll try and see what happens. When someone encourages you to be a part of a book-a-thon, what do you say? I'll try. I mean, sure, I need the bookings. I'll try. And any time that we say, I'll try, we go into that with half-hearted intentions. We go into whatever that is with the mindset of, well, I said I would try. So if I don't do it, it's okay. But you got to ask yourself, are you really okay with not doing the things in your business that you know you should just be doing, and you know you should have the attitude of, I will do this, versus, I mean, I'll try. Do you see the difference there? I mean, it truly is a matter of level of commitment. So anytime that we want to use that word try, what we are saying again is we are giving ourselves permission to quit when things get tough. We're giving ourselves permission to say, you know what, if life gets in the way and it's just too much, I just won't do it. Okay, but what if it's something that you really need to do? And instead, you just keep saying, I'll try. I'll try to work my business when I can. I'll try to attend training. Y'all know how many times I've heard people say, I'll try to go to training. What that really means is I'll be there if nothing else important, more important, comes up. That's what it really means. Because here's the thing, most people already know whether or not they have the ability to attend by the time you're asking them. So when they're coming at you with, well, I'll try to be there, that really means if life gets in the way, if I allow the enemy to keep me down, if I allow the enemy to distract me, then I won't be there. Okay? So that's the biggest thing. All right, so Sarah, and I want to touch on this. Sarah says, I think for me it helps to not be disappointed if I don't make it. I wanted Quick Start 6 so bad, and people kept canceling no matter what. But here's the thing, Sarah. You still did your best. You were still willing to be there and do it. But you do not control the people who fell short of holding those dates. Okay? So there's a difference. There's a difference of those who give it all they got and they still don't reach that goal. It doesn't matter. You are that much closer to reaching that goal the next time. Or you are that much closer to having a more successful business than you were those 4 or 5 shows before. Okay? So don't use the I'll try as a way to prevent you from not being disappointed. Because again, disappointment can be a good thing. Okay? Do you know why disappointment can be a good thing? Because it can make you want to do better the next time. It can make you want to try harder the next time. It can make you want to do more the next time. Okay? But if we never felt that disappointment, what would push us to be like, you know what, this is not happening again. So I'm going to work harder. I'm going to make sure that I double book. I'm going to make sure that I do this to try and give myself a better opportunity. Okay. And I shouldn't even use the word try there. Not I try to give myself, to attempt to give myself a better opportunity. Okay. Because again, we are not always in control of what other people choose to do. Just because we are committed doesn't make it that everybody else is committed to us or to our business. That's our hope, of course, but we can't control that. What we can control is our own actions and our own mindset. So even if you say, I will do this, and you don't, it doesn't mean anything other than you've learned possibly along the way of what not to do or what you could do different the next time. But to say, I'll try, is kind of like giving yourself an escape route. That, you know what, if this gets too tough, if this gets too difficult, if it's taking up too much of my time, if something else better comes along the way, then I don't have to follow through. I don't have to have that commitment there. Okay? So, that being said, I really want you ladies to think about what it is that you frequently tell yourself of, well, I will try to do this. And I want you to think about the level of commitment that you have there. All right? So, as an example, y'all know my level of commitment to working out is just not there. Okay, that is a come and go. That is like one day I'm like woohoo, like I am literally like fantasizing about how strong I think I can be. And then the next day I'm like, but you know what? I really like these tacos. So it is, I don't have the level of commitment there needed to follow through with that commitment. So it turns into, I'm going to try to lose weight. So when that ice cream cake is calling my name, I don't have to feel bad because I'm trying to eat healthier. Do y'all see where I'm going? Okay. So here's the thing. And here's the funny thing about that, Terry, is because this is like such a tough thing, because we are trained, always try your best. Try your best. Okay. Don't try your best. Do your best. All right. So we want to replace try with do. Does that make sense? So do your best toward reaching goals. Don't try, because if you're just trying, you're going to give yourself an out when it gets hard or when it gets tough or when it is inconvenient for you. When you say, I'm going to do my best, then hold yourself accountable. Ask yourself, am I really doing my best? Is this really all I've got to give? Or am I simply trying? Do I still have the try mentality? Even though I said do I still have the try mentality? Okay. So I really think that if we were to get real with ourselves, we would understand that we use the word try far too much, far too often. And Terry, the funny thing is, I want to take the word try out of my vocabulary the same way that I took lack of motivation out of my vocabulary. Okay. Nothing burns me up more than when someone says, well, I just can't seem to find the motivation, or I just lack motivation. I'm going, y'all, motivation is not a separate entity that is going to come yank your butt up off the couch and get you to do what you're supposed to be doing. The only thing that will do that is you making a decision to do it or not to do it. So I feel like we tend to use this try or lack of motivation or can't find the motivation for reasons to not do what we should be doing. So that is what I have for y'all today. And I hate to do it, but I gotta go because my phone is on 5%. So I'm getting ready to lose y'all anyway. So I thank you guys so very much for being here. This will be on YouTube that you will be able to share the link very shortly. I'll try to get that up. I will get that up as soon as possible. See how hard that is, Terry? All right, y'all. Mwah. Much love to you. See you tomorrow.